Yo, what's going on YouTube? Anti-Yami here, and we're back with another deck profile of Madolches. So, long live the Madolches. I legit only played with them in testing a lot, but in tournament, not so much. And I'm about to go ahead and sell this deck, so I decided to do a quick profile of it, and this is my version, and it works fantastic. It's a very fun deck, very hand trap heavy. But it's very fun. It's very cool. It's frustrating to play against, but man, it's very fun for what it does, especially on the first turn. So, going into the Madolches, we have triple Madolche. Obviously, it's the search of the deck. You normal summon her. You search out for your pudding set or petting set sore. And then you special summon her, and you go into your main deck combos, which I'm not going to go over in this video. So if you don't know how to combo Madolches, there's other videos out there for it, but pretty sure if you want to make this deck, make sure you understand how to go into full combos and different variation of combos. So yeah, she's really good for your starter. By the way, this is going first Madolches. Forgot to mention that, but this is Madolches going first. Another 3 ofs as a good starter. You play 3 Angelis. She's basically the lone fire blossom of the deck. And a lot of people forget about this other effect, but when you use her effect to tribute for another Madolche monster, they can't be destroyed by battle. So many people forget about that, so don't overlook that. Another starter, 3 petting Sessors. So this card right here makes the deck go extremely fast and extremely explosive. When this card is special summoned, you can special summon another Madolche monster from your deck to the field, reduces level by 1, and boom, you got a monster. The only bad thing about this card is that this card locks you into only Madolches, so you can't make anything crazy outside of making Madolche monsters. But yes, 3 of those. And of course, your main target for your petting Sessor is your pudding Cess, because she's a level 5. So when you special summon her, she becomes a level 4, and then you can go into your rank 4 plays. Pretty powerful. Next, we have 2 Hoot Cakes. Hoot Cakes, I only run 2 because this is a going first build. And when you start or open up with Hoot Cake, you don't have anything in the graveyard to special summon other Madolche monsters from the deck. So I run this as a 2-of because you do use him for a combo. You special summon him from the deck, and then when he hits the field, there's other cards in the graveyard that you can use for the effect. So I run this as a 2-of because you don't want to see it opening, but it's vital for the combo. Same thing with Gelato. You want to run 2 of these because it's necessary for the combo. If I could, I would run only 1. You do not want to see this card in your opening hand. It sucks, but you need 2 for the combo. Moving away from Madolche monsters, I'm going to go into a lot of hand traps. So we have triple Ash Blossoms, triple Effect Veilers, not once per turn by the way. Triple Orange, not once per turn by the way, and also 1 green. Since you run a lot of fairies in your deck, most of the kind of like the female Madolche cards are mostly fairies. You can discard a Madolche fairy type monster and this card to destroy monsters, and also this is a very good sneak card to destroy spells as well, just in case. But I do like it. I resolved it probably twice in the tournament. But, you know, it's really spicy. 2 Ghost Ogres, they're good in a lot of cool matchups. And if they're not good in a particular matchup, then just, side them out. 1 DD Crow and 1 Ghost Bell. This card came in so handy. I really like this card because, believe it or not, this card right here can stop, Called by the Grave, which is insane. It saved me a game because of that too, and a lot of people forget about that, but I feel like this card right here is really good versus Thunder Dragons, it's really good versus Orcas, and it's really good versus Salamangreats. It's a very slept on card in my opinion. Moving on to spells. You run only one each of these cards. You play one Chateau and one ticket. You don't need more than that. You search it for your main combo. Don't need more. Like, you don't want to open up these cards. You want to play your combo, search these cards, and yeah, the rest is magic. Speaking of magic, we got the Pot of Extravagance. This card is super clutch, super good. It just makes any of your starting hands way more consistent if you have it. And since you don't really care too much about your extra deck, because for your combo, you really need one of each of the Madolche monsters, and that's basically it. And if you get that combo off and you lock your opponent out for the next turn, you OTK them free next turn. So this right here adds consistency to the deck. Really good card. I played 3 Call by the Graves because this deck loses to hand traps. God forbids, if you normal summon like Angeli or Pudding Set Sword and it gets Ash Blossom, it's the worst, because if you hand trap this deck, it doesn't have another follow-up. Like, once you commit, that's basically it. So Call by the Graves helps with that problem. I play Twin Twisters in the main deck. Just for the off case that you do go second, this card is live, especially with the Hook Kick. If you start off with him, it's really good for discarding a monster, destroying 2 back row, and then normal summoning Hook Kick, and then you can pop off that way. Also, it's like main deck outs to a lot of like maybe people trying to play. There can only be one, which is like this deck's biggest weakness, and maybe Mystic Mine. So it's pretty cool. And another reason why I also play main deck Twin Twisters, because I also play main deck Anti-Spell Fragrance for going first. So if you set up your board and you happen to open one of these cards, your opponent can't play spells. So it's just another like shutdown card that pretty much guarantees you to win, which came in clutch a lot. So that's the main deck. It is 40. Let's go ahead and dive into my extra deck because it's extremely simple. I'm gonna go ahead and go into my my Super Poly monsters. So this is for Salamangreats. This is obviously for like dark matchups, and this is for basically if people are still playing pendulums or any kind of like heroes or something. This also come in handy too. So you gotta play those guys if you're playing Super Poly. 3 fresh start. I mean, this is pretty much simple. You just play 3 each of the Madolche monsters. That's literally how it goes. So you play 3 of these links. It's the only links you play. Then you play 3 Tiramisu's. Busted card. When you resolve this, it's just so much advantage. It's ridiculous. Another all-star for your combo. So freaking good. The fact that I felt like Kanami kind of messed up with the Chateau, because this right here allows you to recycle all your monsters back into your hand, not just Madolche cards. Because Chateau says whenever cards is shuffled back into the deck by a Madolche effect, you can add it back to your hand instead. And since this card right here shuffles your monsters back into the deck by a Madolche effect, and this card right here doesn't specify you have to target Madolche monsters, you add them back to your hand. So you can add back your hand traps, which is bizarre. It's so good. It's so insane. And of course, the most expensive card in this deck is the Chocolate. She's your vital card. She's the reason why you can add Chateau and take it on the first turn with your double Messenger Gelatos. This is like your card to pop off with. It gives you basically 2 more special summons from the deck, and she's a boss. Like, I also make her just the OTK players too as well. You can make this or overlay this over the Glass Souffle, and yeah, it's just a 3,000 beater with the fill spell. So it's really big, really big. So pretty cool stuff on that. Going into the side deck, I will talk about this because this is kind of weird. These are my 1-ups. I use her in matchups where obviously it's, you know, that she's good in. Same thing with DD Crow. There's a lot of matchups that I feel like secretly DD Crow does really well in. And then I saw that the one Hook Kick. Now, Hook Cake going first is not, again, like I said, it's not very good. So I didn't want to have 3 Hook Cakes in my main deck and brick into a Hook Cake, because I feel like going first and you have this in your hand, this is a brick, essentially. But going second, this is not a brick. So when I win game 1, I side out a Petting Cess. I side out a Petting Cess and play 3 Hook Cakes and play 2 of these guys. Because this is not as live when you're going second, because a lot of times you will hand trap your opponent to kind of stun their plays. And since you have a monster in your graveyard, you can't special summon her freely, right? So I decided to switch it up because Hook Cake likes monsters in the graveyard, so I try to make it more consistent that way. Only reason why I have Hook Cake in my side deck. 3 meatballs or meteors or the rock, or however you want to call it, but 3 Nibirus, just enough said. I mean, this card is insane. And since we're not going second, it's not a going second Madolche build, I decided to side deck it for game 2 and 3. So, really good card. Super crazy. It's really good versus my deck too, because I legit have to play into it, because there's no way around it, honestly. It's very unfortunate. 3 Lancias. Oh my gosh, like, I love to talk about this card because Orcus players cannot play the game if I open up with Lancia, because I can recycle hand traps. And since this right here basically says Orcus can't play .det, they can't play the game. It's amazing. So if you open up this versus Orcus, they just lose. 3 Super Polys. Bust a card at 3. Love it. Destructs the board. Just amazing card. And for OTK potential, since this deck can OTK pretty fast, Red Root Roots for decks that play backward. So yeah, that's the deck profile. I hope you guys enjoy it. I will be selling this deck because I feel like this deck is a little too pricey for what it is. It's basically a rogue deck. I'd say it's like a 2.5 tier deck, or maybe tier 2. But yeah, I'm about to go ahead and sell it because, yeah, I think it's about time for me to move on. And if I want to pick this back up in the future, I can. But right now, that's it. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Have a great day.